Another interesting story. Robinson Crusoe 1709 Dynasty, proudly brought to you by Akaamovie. In the year of our Lord 1709, under a grey and sullen sky, the bells of the Tower of London tolled low. Beneath those stone arches, the whispers of empire echoed once more. Britain's hunger had grown beyond Europe, beyond the seas, beyond reason. In the heart of the royal court, Queen Anne, monarch of Great Britain, sat listening. Before her stood Daniel Defoe, author, traveler, an informant of matters deemed too strange for Parliament. He spoke of a man returned from the dead. A man who lived on an island untouched by God or man for 28 years. A man named Robinson Crusoe. But this time, Crusoe came not with tales of goats and solitude, but of something far older. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Akaamovie for more updates. He told of strange bones, thunderous creatures, of a land hidden beyond Madagascar, a land not marked on any map, and rich with gold. Gold. The one word every crown in Europe would kill to hear. The Queen leaned forward. "Find it," she said. "Before the French do. Before the Portuguese. Find this place, and bring its wealth to England." And thus began a voyage not recorded in any official book. A journey buried by history. Until now. They called the mission Expedition Arkansas. 2 ships were launched from Portsmouth, the HMS Sovereign Lion, and the Green Privateer, a pirate vessel seized by the Crown and repurposed for war. At their helm, Captain Jonathan Blackmore, a grizzled veteran of the West African raids, fearless, methodical, and cold as steel. Robinson Crusoe, survivor, scout, and map-bearer. Dr. Edmund Harlow, Oxford's foremost fossil specialist, whose dreams were haunted by bones and roaring shadows. Sir Tobias Kent, the greedy noble, desperate to rise in Parliament by bringing back wealth and wonder. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Akaamovie for more updates. Father Reginald Ashby, a missionary who believed they were sailing toward Eden itself. Nathaniel Quill, cartographer, linguist, and secret mystic. And one more, a silent cabin boy named Eli, whose real name was Eliza Graves, a woman in hiding, seeking the truth of nature that men would never let her study. They set out with 30 redcoat Marines and 12 pirates. Cutthroat promised royal pardon in exchange for obedience. Leading them was Barnabas Flint, a butcher of the Caribbean whose hands were soaked in rum and blood. Weeks passed. The African coastline blurred behind them. They passed Zanzibar, then Comoros. Then into waters where even native maps fell blank. Madagascar's eastern tip vanished behind them. And then, one morning, the sky changed. The sun hung dull. The waves were still. And there, in the distance, rising like teeth from the sea, was an island no chart had ever shown. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Akaamovie for more updates. The sailors crossed themselves. Some wept. The African crew refused to go further, whispering the island's name in fear, Njiwa Majoka. The city of monsters. The ships anchored by a jagged shore. Bones littered the beach, bones of things that should not be. Spines longer than spears. Skulls wider than carriages. Some bleached. Some fresh. Still, they disembarked. The jungle welcomed them with silence. Not a bird. Not an insect. Just the low, constant hum, like a drum from beneath the earth. Then, it came. Trees snapped. The ground trembled. A creature with 3 horns and armor-like skin stormed into their camp, a triceratops, though they did not know the name. Men screamed. Muskets fired. The beast thrashed and gored. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Akaamovie for more updates. A soldier was flung into a tree and broken in half. Crusoe wrote by firelight that night. As days passed, they moved inland. Quill drew maps. Eliza sketched plants unseen by science. Dr. Harlow became obsessed. He declared the jungle a living museum, a proof of God's other creation. But every night, they lost men. To jaws. To wings. To the forest itself. Then came betrayal. Sir Tobias Kent, overcome with lust for gold, allied with Flint and the pirates. They stole the map, poisoned a barrel of water, and by moonlight, slaughtered the sleeping guards. Their greed would be their ruin. As they entered the valley carved by black stone and fire, something stirred. The earth cracked, and from the mist rose death, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Akaamovie for more updates. Eyes like coals, breath like fire, teeth like blades. It crushed Flint in its jaws like dry wood. Sir Kent tried to run, gold in hand. The beast swiped once. The jungle grew quiet. Crusoe, Blackmore, Eliza, and the others fled. Through volcanic chasms. Past ancient carvings. And then, they found it. A temple. Half-sunken. Covered in vines. Built not by men, but something else. Its walls bore carvings of beings, tall, reptilian, with crowns and staffs. The Kurukuru. Rulers of an age before man. Their stories told of a kingdom of beasts. An empire that fell not to war, but to the sky, fire from the heavens. Dr. Harlow collapsed before he could record it all. His chest broken by a winged creature overhead. He died whispering, "History is wrong." Father Ashby wept. This is no Eden. This is hell. Only 4 remained. They found a lava bridge, and behind it, a tunnel back to the coast. With dynamite, they collapsed the passage, burying the ruins forever. At the ship, the few surviving sailors refused to stay another night. With trembling hands, they sailed back toward the known world. On the ship's mast, Crusoe carved. They returned to England in silence. No gold. No proof. Only blood and a madness they carried in their eyes. The Queen, humiliated, erased the mission from record. Defoe was stripped of title and banned from court. The journals sealed away. But deep beneath the British Museum, in a vault untouched by the public, lies a file marked A.C.1712 GOL. Inside, maps of islands that do not exist. Sketches of creatures never named. And the testimony of a woman, Eliza Graves, who would spend the rest of her life drawing bones no one believed were real. So what if I told you that England's greatest explorer didn't just survive the sea? He stepped into a world where time itself stood still. A place not meant to be found, and never meant to be remembered. This is the forgotten tale of Robinson Crusoe and the Lost Empire of Gold. Presented to you by Akaamovie's production. Please like, share, and comment. If you believe that some histories were buried for a reason,